Hello everyone, this is Kyle from Refinery Pass. I wanted to share a clip from a safety course we created. If you want to take the full course and receive a certificate of completion, you can use the link in the description to find the course on our website. If you like the course but need something a little more custom created for you, send me an email at kyle@refinerypass.com. Hope you enjoy this little sample.
Responsibilities and expectations of the confined space attendant. As a confined space attendant, your primary responsibility is to monitor the conditions and personnel working in the confined space. Your role as an attendant requires you to remain stationed and alert outside the confined space. Additionally, it is critical that, as an attendant, you do not perform any additional functions that may interfere with or distract from your primary duties. You must remain at the entry location and perform your duties until adequately relieved by another attendant, or until the space has been evacuated of all entrants and then secured by placing a Do Not Enter sign across the confined space entrance. As an attendant, you must also maintain communication with the confined space entrance and be aware of any hazards that may exist during the entry. These include the possible behavioral effects of hazard exposure while the authorized entrants are in the confined space. Gas testing is a critical component of confined space entry that ensures the entry atmosphere is safe for the entrance. As a confined space attendant, you will need to demonstrate the proper use and understanding of the gas testing equipment you will be using. Additionally, you must clearly understand the alarm set points on the gas testers and how to properly respond to these alarms by evacuating the entrance from inside the space if an alarm condition is active, and immediately notify the entry supervisor. Attendants are also required to continuously maintain an accurate count of the entrants in the confined space. Maintaining an accurate count is done with an entry log that you will use. Therefore, it is essential to be diligent with all record keeping and personnel entering or exiting the confined space. The entry log is the official document of the space and the persons who spent time in the space. Therefore, awareness is extremely important during entry. The confined space attendant must order an evacuation of the entrance immediately if a prohibited condition is detected inside the entry, or if they believe a situation outside the confined space could endanger the entrance from effectively and safely performing all their required duties. Confined space attendants need to have a properly functioning radio and know how to report an emergency properly. The attendant should do this by using the correct radio channel assigned at the site, declaring an emergency, and clearly stating your name and that you need a confined space rescue by clearly and accurately stating the location. Confined space rescue requires special training and equipment, and therefore, the attendant's primary function is only to summon emergency services. Please note that the requirements at each job location will vary, and you should always follow the instructions and protocols given to you by the confined space entry supervisor. When an entry is in progress, the confined space attendant should keep any unauthorized persons away from the job site and inform entrance and entry supervisors if any unauthorized persons have entered the confined space. As a confined space attendant, you are permitted to pass tools and equipment into a confined space, as long as it does not distract from your primary responsibility. It is important to remember that you are the eyes and ears of the confined space entry team. Therefore, it is your primary responsibility to ensure the conditions outlined on the confined space permit are followed and the safety of the entrance is protected.